Hi, good morning. My name is Raquel, and thank you for watching. Thank you to all new and returning viewers. And today is Sunday, March 12th. As you can see, Rusty has decided to join me again, although he's looking at Dakota eat, which you can probably hear now. So he'll most likely be running off in a minute. He's not had his haircut yet. I'm going to wait till the end of the month. Temperatures are weird at the moment. It was sunny and warm, like 20 plus degrees for most of the week, and then yesterday was temperature dropped down to about 18 degrees and it was raining, and today it's like sunny again but extremely windy. So yeah, he's just gonna have to deal with it for a couple more weeks. He doesn't like the length of hair he's got at the moment, because that means I have to brush him every day. He doesn't like that much. He does come ask me to brush him, but he just wants a quick brush. He doesn't want a thorough brush, which he needs. But yeah, so we'll see how long he stays here on my lap. So let's get started with the knitting. I have very little to show you. I've got two finished objects. One's an older one that I wasn't able to show you before, but I can show you now. I got my first pair of socks off the needles finally, and then I have one work in progress. So, okay, the one I'm going to start with is a hat that I test knit for Tin Can Knits. They released the pattern on Friday, I believe. It's called Ridgeline, and it's a hat and mitten set, and I knit the hat. And I showed the yarn before, which was the alpaca blend that I got at Knit Nation in 2011, and some Roland Pure Wool DK. And here it is. So it's got a nice long brim, so you can fold it over. And it's got a contrast cast on with the contrast color. So you can wear it as a beanie, or you can wear it as a more slouchy hat, and it fits fine. I'm not going to put it on now because my hair is already a mess as it is. So yeah, I'm really happy with it. This took me a day to knit. It was really super fast to knit, and it's great for beginners to learn how to do color work. This is very simple color work. If you want to see inside my floats, that's what it looks like inside. So yeah, this is really a super easy pattern for beginners who want to learn color work. So it's annoying because the kitchen door is closed. I have food on the counters, and he almost just killed himself. So okay. So that was the first finished object I had to show you. That was already a couple of weeks old. I finished that in early February, I think. And then the only thing I've been working on this past week is my socks, because as I showed last week, I'd started them 2 at a time, and then I had to rip them out because they were too small, and I finished them. So here's a pair. And I have, due to the nature of the stitch pattern that this uses, it completely twists it on itself, so there's no real good way of showing you the sock. But here it is, and I can show you stitch pattern up close if you want. There we go. So this is the first one of the Sock Madness competition. I now only need to, I've already taken some photos, I just need to weave in the ends. I've got 2 ends to weave in here. And take photos of both the socks and then post them, and then I'll be hopefully qualify for the next round, because this was only the qualifying pattern. So yeah, I thought in the beginning it was kind of a I like the pattern in the end because it's really a fairly easy pattern repeat to memorize. You only have to pay attention a bit with the heel and then with the toe, because the pattern goes all the way to the toe. Let's see if I stick my hand in here, if I can show you. And it does go over my hand, as last week the one I showed you did not go over my hand. So, and like I said, because of the stitch pattern, this completely turns on itself, so it's not the easiest to show. So as you can see, the pattern goes all the way to the toe. Let's see if all the way to the very top, and then the foot is the only thing that is just plain stockinette stitch. And actually, it's quite funny. This one came out like this, and this one came out like a zigzag pattern. So this was the first one. I'll put them both on so you can see. It seems kind of silly. So they totally patterned differently on the bottom. I like this one quite a lot, and this one's quite funny too. So I have one pair finished, and now the next pattern, if I qualified, next pattern comes out on Thursday, I believe, on the 16th or thereabouts. Don't know if it's really going to be released on that date or not, so we'll just have to wait and see. But I was pretty much like almost everyone else, although we were warned in advance that this due to the stitch pattern, it used up a lot more yarn than regular socks. So I have these two little balls left over, and they're 6 grams each. So I can get approximately 4 triangles out of these for my pinwheel blanket. Now, I did not cast on for a new pair of socks yet, because I was asked to knit someone a toy. I was at a birthday party a couple weeks ago, and I had 2 toys at Wollerstone in Coimbra. The physical shop of Wollerstone has closed since 18th of February. There's still an online shop, and you can still order online. That's not a problem. I've done so recently. But because I had a couple of items there, they were returned to me, and 2 of them were some dolls, some toys that I knit. And we were at the party, and there was a little 6-month-old baby there, and I just gave one of the toys to the baby, and the parents contacted me as they want to gift an identical toy to someone else if I could make one. So this is what the toy is going to look like. This is the Daphne and Delilah pattern by Rebecca Danger. This is Daphne the mom, and this is Delilah the baby. This is using a Yarn Adventures Aran, dyed by Philomena, and she gifted me the yarn to make the toys. Out of out of one skein of 100 grams of this Aran weight yarn, I made 2 sets of toys. So I made the other one had like the purple pocket and then a yellow baby. So that's what it's going to look like. Obviously, I'm using different colors. These ones are mine, and they're going to go into my cabinet in my craft room with the other toys I've made and I've kept. So what I've done so far, and sorry, but Rusty's now leaning on my arm, using it as a pillow. So it's kind of hard to lift this arm. And here comes Soot. Coming to join us? No. That's not. Hey. Okay. Shh. Noise outside, so that's more interesting than being on my lap. Okay, so. Okay, let me show you the yarn first. I am using Rosario's Cappuccino in color number 10. there. And color number 3. Color number 10 is this one. This is number 10, so that's the blue. And number 3 is the white. So using these 2 colors, and this is where I'm at so far. I'm almost done with the Lila, with the mother one. Now the only thing I do different from the pattern is that the pattern has you start with the legs, and then do the whole body, 3 needle bind off the top of the head, and then stuff the toy from the bottom over here, and then do the arms, and then sew on the arms. I don't do that. I find that to make the toy or the arms sturdier, I prefer to knit the arms first, then attach them, you know, up somewhere in this way, and I've just attached them so I can't, it's right up here. This way they're knitted into the fabric, into the toy, and there's no loose ends for little fingers to pry out. So that's what I do. And this line here in the middle is just showing me the center of the toy, so that I can then pick up along this blue line. No, this blue line here, the very bottom line, for the pocket, and then also to center the eyes and everything. Now, as this is going to be for a baby, I won't be attaching eyes that are buttons, and I won't be attaching these little flowers either. I'll just make little crosses where the eyes are supposed to be, and I'll just leave the pocket plain. And the same for the baby. I'll just add in some cross stitches over here for the eyes. So this one's almost done. I think I have two more stripes to do, and then I can start doing the decreases. And then before I stuff it, because I'm going to Kitchener the top of the head shut, before I stuff it, I'll pick up for the pocket, knit the whole pocket, and so attach that, and sew in the eyes, and then stuff it and close it, and ready to make the baby. And the baby's going to be, I'm going to do the pocket in the blue, and then do the baby in the white. These are 50 gram skeins, 50 gram balls, and each one of them has roughly 95 meters or 104 yards, and that's sorry, that's enough to make one set, with having just a little bit left over. I think I use about, so I should probably have roughly 10 grams of each color left over at the end. And I've used the white a lot, the leftovers I've had in making tails for the bunnies I've knit from, which is the Bonbon Bunny by Susan Claudino. So yeah, that's what I've been working on. I did the arms yesterday evening before going to bed, and then I've done all of this today with taking the dogs out on several walks, because as it's sunny, Dakota wants to be outside, but I've just gone outside with them, and she was begging to come back inside because of the wind. It's quite, it's not cold, it's just windy and everything, and it's too much noise, and Dakota doesn't like loud noises or anything like that. So, yeah, it's been fun making this again. It's been a while since I've made any of these toys. I think 2013 and 2014 I spent quite some time knitting toys, and it's been a while since I made any, and as you can see, Mr. Soot has decided to join us because he thinks this little guy is a toy for him to play with, which is not. So, hi. So once I finish the toys, I don't know if I'm going to start a new pair of socks, or if I'm just going to finish the last block on my Finloo blanket so I can attach all the blocks I have for the second row. I already have the third row planned out. Sorry about this. I already have the third row planned out, so I might just work on that until the second sock is released for Sock Madness. And yeah, go from there. He's like, okay, Soot is like being when he wants attention, he'll just do anything to get it. So he'll go into things that he knows he shouldn't. I have a whole bunch of Ziploc bags over there filled with the polyfill and stuffing for the toys. And yesterday he robbed one of them. He like grabbed one and ran off with it, so I had to go chase him. Because he likes to eat the stuffing, which it's bad for him. First of all, it's acrylic, and second of all, he shouldn't eat it anyway. So that's pretty much it for today. Like I said, I don't know if I'm gonna. I've been working on one project only. Sit. Hey. Sit. I cannot leave anything out. I need to put everything away in bags or he gets to them. At the moment he's playing with my darning needles and so my notebook, yeah, I've attached a little ribbon to it so I can mark the page. That's what he's into now. Sit. Hey. Go chase Rusty. Sit. Get Rusty. They've been playing like mad all morning. So, but no, Rusty wants to come over here, so he doesn't want to play with Sit at the moment. Okay. Yeah, so that was my week basically. I worked and then came home and then did some knitting. Yesterday I met up with a couple friends. We went downtown, picked up a couple of things from a couple shops that I'd ordered, and then I met up with a group of friends at the Centro Cultural Miguel Bombarda, which is like just a mini mall on Rua Miguel Bombarda, which is a street where there's a lot of art galleries, and yesterday they were having inaugurations of new expositions and everything, so it was quite busy. And it was quite funny because we never usually sit and knit at this place, and we were sitting at these tables in this hallway, and everyone, and I mean everyone that walked by, stopped to have a look. I think there was like two sets of ladies. They walked by I don't know how many times before they actually stopped to ask questions. Then there was another lady who just stood there watching us for like 10 minutes straight, while we just sat and knit and chatted and everything. Then a couple of friends of mine were doing the afterthought heel, so they were sitting there, cutting the heel, cutting their knitting, and everyone was like looking like, oh my god, they're cutting their knitting and everything, and then picking up the stitches to knit the heels. It's quite funny. It's a really nice place to sit and knit. Yesterday there was also like a mini market with like fresh fruit and vegetables and like homemade honey and stuff like that. So there was a lot of people walking through this little mini mall. And the place that we wanted, the place where we wanted to have our afternoon tea was really packed. So we weren't sitting in the actual restaurant. We were just sitting outside in the hallway where there's a whole bunch of tables. But yeah, it was interesting, and I think we'll do it again because we were just laughing so hard about all the people stopping by and or walking past and looking at us. Apparently, I didn't notice, but a couple of tourists walked by and took photos of us, which is fine. I mean, I'm so used to it now that I don't even notice when people's like looking at us. In the beginning, I noticed a lot, and I was more self-conscious about it and all that. But now I'm so used to doing it now that knitting in public that it doesn't faze me anymore. I was happily sitting there knitting on my socks. I was working on the second sock. Actually, I did the rest of the foot. yeah, I worked on the rest of the foot and the beginning of the toe, and then I had to stop because I only knew part of the toe. I knew I had to do the toe decreases, but I just couldn't remember how many times I had to do a specific part of the decreases, so I just stopped, and then I just sat there watching people watching us, which was fun. So yeah, that's it for today. Back to my regular short episodes. Sid and Dakota are having a standoff right now. I don't know what's going on. It's just a regular play fighting that they do. Dakota's eating and Sid's gone up to her and she doesn't like that. So she's becoming a bit more picky about who's next to her when she's eating. I think she feels that Sid's going to steal her food, which is not the case. It's more likely she'll steal Sid's food than the other way around. So, anyway, I got a toy to finish, actually two, the mama toy, the mama monster and the baby monster, and I still have to make my meals for the rest of the week. And undoubtedly these dogs are going to want to go for several more walks outside as it's sunny. So yeah, I'll leave you to it. Have a nice Sunday, and I'll speak to you guys next week. Bye.